Okay, we are live. Welcome, everybody. Box for the week.
Sure. Hey, how long you been doing this?
Motivation. We're going to do motivation tonight. Elevation. Let's go. Y'all going to hear the true story of elevation tonight. Tap in, tap in. Hey.
No,
Hey.
let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Like, there you go.
Hey. All right. I'm so excited for this one. This is my friend. I call him Z Light, and I'm gonna let y'all introduce himself in a minute. But I am Alorian Currency, and it's for the week terrorism. You guys see post about him. This is so awesome. It's truly. I don't know where he went. Can y'all see him over my what happened? He's out of the country right now, so he might be having a little technical difficulties, but let's see. Is he here? Is he here? Is he here? Tap in, tap in. Can y'all see him? Oh, that out of the country service ain't hitting, huh? Or is it me?
You can see me? There you go. You got me? I can't hear you.
Let's try this again. Can you hear me? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can everybody hear? Okay. Okay, great. I'm glad we're back. Are we back up? Can y'all see me? Y'all need to let us know because we are using a stream that I can't see so much. So let me know if you guys can hear us well, if you guys can both see us in the comments. But yes, this is one of my favorite stories. I was very inspired just listening to his story. He's an awesome mentor. He's actually my boss as well on another business venture. So I am appreciative of his service, him pouring into me, shedding some light, and he's going to do the same for you. So I'm excited for him to be boss friend of the week. I have a nickname for him, that's Z Lightning, but can't nobody call him that but me. I'm just playing. But go ahead, Mr. Smit, and introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, most definitely. I'm Zachharey Smith, CEO of BM The Collective. We're based out of Florida. We also have an office in Colorado, and we're working on an office worldwide. We're doing some things in India. We're doing some things in Asia and UK. Do we know how many people are on? How many people chatted in or are part?
I use three different services, so it's a total of 14 so far of all three.
Okay, okay. I was trying to be able to see people's chat, so you'll let me know if anybody asks questions or anything. So, just to start with an icebreaker, it was more or less I wanted to be able to see the chat and ask some questions. So I want you to share what they say. Okay.
Of course, yeah.
Um,
That for you. Yep.
so entrepreneurship, right? So I wanted to share something. Entrepreneur, the word actually came from the French, and it really related in their dictionary in 1723 as the word adventurer. So when I look at the word entrepreneur, it's not necessarily having to do with money. I mean, do with business or even business ownership. I look at it as simple as your fingerprint. Everyone has a finger, but everybody has a different fingerprint. So it's what mark that you make. Okay. So entrepreneurship, like I said, started in 1700s, but mentorship isn't recognized in the United States until 1990. So it shows you kind of the the margin that we've had with just connection of communication, networking, sharing ideas, sharing ways to avoid mistakes, so on and so forth. So I wanted to share that.
That's
And
dope.
as
Oh, that's awesome.
I want to make sure we all I want to make sure that we leave with something. I want to make sure I leave you with something. So um with I wanted to know where people were from, what industries are you from? Do you have goals in technology? And if not, where are your future interests in business? And if you can just share any type of feedback that comes first, it doesn't matter. Whoever leads the way leads the way.
Okay. Y'all heard what he said. He wants to make sure you guys are just as active. So go ahead and ask any questions. Let him know you guys are on. Will you say where you from, what type of business that you do? Because entrepreneurship, me and him are definitely team entrepreneurship. That's the reason why I'm blessed to have him on the show because he has definitely sailed out on his own from a very young age and did his business. So yes.
So give me the first feedback you got. And I'll get ready for some more questions. But yeah, I
Okay.
wanted to be interactive to some certain extent, so we know we got some feedback. We know we're a part. We're gonna leave with something.
I love that. You definitely are the king of gems. I appreciate all the gems you always drop up on me all the time. I definitely
Always.
know every time I leave the conversation with you, I've got another nugget like, okay. So I'm
I
excited.
appreciate
It doesn't look like anybody has said anything. I don't know if they're shy or what, or sometimes it is a little delay. But I do want
No worries.
for people to
No
know,
worries.
I just want people to know what your whole vision is. What is your goals? What is your overall vision for everything you got going on?
Okay, well let me just share what I do. I was gonna share more where I was from, but let me just share what I do from your question. Um, Transportation and logistics is my base. That's my quote unquote cash cow. I started a automotive company back in 2013. It was a mobile based repair company that repaired both diesel components and gasoline components. Started really small, just local. Did Craigslist posts, things of that nature. Didn't have reviews, anything of that nature. Even did free services for a while just to get that build and clientele. And 2 years later, I started to procure a relationship with Uber, and I signed a partnership, an exclusive partnership with Uber to provide vehicle inspections and services over the entire state when Uber was first introduced before they went public. So, grace to God, that kind of opened up a lot of networking opportunities. It also brought a lot of challenges that made me start to collectivize my skills in technology and finance. So during that time, I would work on white papers. I would work on different, smaller projects, whether it was in relation to importing and exporting, in relation to government contracts, because I didn't want to just depend on the consumer. I have a color that they sometimes don't want to talk to, so I go after government contracts and force them to come my way, or go after the obligations that they already are owed to us. So that began to start opening up other opportunities. Again, with creating a technological based company, And that's what we're currently having right now is transportation and technology running all at the same time. Um, it's been evolution. It's been depending on what service that I need at the time. Either it's become a learning opportunity, a networking opportunity, employment opportunity. And I've tried to embrace it for every facet that it can offer. So moving forward, I know blockchain is definitely our move. And I speak about blockchain, not about cryptocurrency. I've made it clear to you, Alorian, is blockchain can survive without crypto. Crypto can't survive without blockchain. And that's why I stepped into blockchain technology and development about 3 years ago. So I've always wanted to be on the back end of what they create. So not only can we buy the coin, but we can actually create the coin. So that's what we're personally doing right now is pushing all technology projects, all the way to your child making a video game, an app, to, your girlfriend making a coin for her hair business because she wants to give out rewarded tokens in her name. So the sky's the limit, really. Things have opened up different in technology. The same way that you see money opening up, technology is opening up. We're at a time where it's only comparable to kind of like the typewriter going into the computer. So you got more interface, it's faster, you got more connectivity, you have more storage, you have more data, but it still does the same thing. So the basis of things hasn't changed much because the core of it has to stay the same, but things are moving faster. You are able to build structures technologically and digitally now. And we're becoming a team that can actually explain that to the minority communities. So we're very, very proud. We have a global internship that's being offered right now to where you will be encultured and endorsed behind some of the top Indian based blockchain programmers, developers, SEO optimization, virtual reality. It's become really, really fun now. So reaching out to our brothers over there. I've always been like a people person, always into management, always, I can deal with people on a, whether it's the stakeholder or it's the staff, I'm just relatable. So had some great conversations during the COVID with people that were feeling taken advantage of or not feeling appreciated and leaving their jobs and people being fired during that time. I actually met up with some of the top developers that I was actually doing quotes with to get my blockchain projects done. And they had just lost their jobs. I was thinking about technology in a different way. And I had always had the business open but not active. So we signed a global partnership that makes it where now they endorse us from India to the UK to Asia, and now we're the only American branch of the technology source over there. So we have 50 employees that's in India right now. I'll be going to India as soon as things kind of open up, and they'll be coming over here after we close out on our first blockchain project, which is the financial robot.
Awesome. I love that you spoke on the fact that technology is the new wave and that you're teaching it to minorities because we definitely need it.
Most definitely. Most definitely. It's my drive. It's my drive to make sure that we catch up, that we keep up, and that we keep going.
Yes, I love that. I love the fact that you spoke on that because I'm realizing that now too, getting into cryptocurrency, that a lot of our people don't know. And it seems like we're always the ones that kind of get left behind, but we're also so talented and we can do it. So it's like, it's so easy now. And I know a lot of people think it's so cliche, but I'm like, if you look at what's going on besides, the stuff they put us, the financial part of it, I know you said that you invented a robot, and you don't really hear about us in our circles talking about that too much, but it's literally, guys, literally, that is the way, that is the future. So if you're not on it now, you're going to be left behind. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no going back from it. This is just the way it's going. And he's on the back end, so he is telling y'all what's going on. That's why I had him on the show to let us know kind of what's going on in the future, because I don't know everything. I'm just kind of in the crypto now, but the blockchain and what the future is being able to have your own coin, like, Come on now, who wouldn't want to be a part of something like that? And that is something that he offers. That is something he actually develops and makes. And so, if you guys need any type of services for that, please hit him up after this show, because that is the future. Be ahead of the wave. I know that when me and him first met, I was like, look, I like staying ahead of the curve. He said, me too. That's what I'm all about. And I love the fact that you have other people out there like that that want to stay ahead of the game, that want to pursue something, knowing that it's going to be this way. So I appreciate you for shedding that light to the people and letting us know. So I know that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Were you saying something?
No, go ahead.
So I know you got some people throwing their hands up saying yeah in the comments. I don't know why you can't see the comments, but
It's
yeah,
okay.
you got some people. Yeah, so I want you just to tell a little bit about your story, because I know it wasn't always this type of success. So just go ahead and just briefly tell us, some of the things you had to get over, but you got over them.
um, so I'm raised in a small city. I'm raised in I don't like how people say inner city. I'm just from the bottoms of a city, in Fort Pierce, Florida. So statistics have always been against me. Statistics has always been against our area. It's been worse than Miami, but a quarter of the size. And you've had to figure out ways to get around that. And my mother and father were both educators. My mother was a program coordinator at the local community college, and my dad was a project manager for IBM. I didn't come from bad stock, but we did have some things, separate the family. Had my mom raise us and had my dad separated, and that brought on a different level of manhood early, fourth grade, fifth grade, all the way up until eighth, ninth grade, until they tried to figure things out. But as a child, you don't really, internalize that. You're not supposed to. So, just went through those stages of growth early, being challenged in, a real tough landscape, and being motivated to push out of it. So I received I received a full academic scholarship to University of Florida. So I worked really, really hard in school. I never was bored. I was always, the only way to keep me away from boredom or trouble was to do business. So, whether it started in fifth grade with going to Big Lots and buying all the Mystics and taking it to the lunchroom to sell it as an option to my classmates in the fifth grade, sixth grade, um, that slowly, just changed, and the computer was always around me. So that evolved into importing and exporting. So then I would reach out to China when I was in the 10th grade, ninth grade, and I would order goods. I would order my mom handbags, the same ones she would get from New York. I was getting them to the house, and she was in love with me. You know what I mean? And it was making great money, and this, that, and the third. And it was right around the time of the grills too. So I was doing grills. So I partnered up with one of the Caucasian brothers that I had at the high school, because I knew he had, capabilities, a car, and this, that, and the third. So I would send him out on mobile moldings to do golds. And then I would mail them to a jeweler, get them back, and I would do grills at the high school. So I would always try to figure out ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? And even before online sales started to happen with cars at dealerships, I would go to dealerships and try to repost their cars on eBay and charge, $1,000 more, $400 more. And that was in the 11th grade. So I've always made some type of way. So I was working for Coca-Cola for 2 years when I was in 11th and 12th grade. I would get off of school, clock in at school off of a payphone, go do the Publix, go do the local grocery stores, finish my day, and go right back to school. And that was in high school, so it was always like a drive, right? You know what I mean? Like, either you have it or you find people that do, and you want to have it too, right? So I didn't have too many people that I would run into like that unless they were adults, because they weren't really my age, but that was okay for me. It's made it an extroverted life. It's made it real secluded to some extent, but it's grown me. So going back to college, so went to UF, full scholarship. at that same time before going to UF, I did have my first son on the way. So I was having a son as soon as I was graduating high school. I wanted to stay home because I had a full scholarship, to any school I wanted to go to by way of Bright Futures. And I already had a job at Coca-Cola, and I already had a 401k bill. So I'm like, Mom, I want to just stay home. You know what I mean? I want to stay home, build my kid, find a house around, our local area. It cost about 60, 70 grand at that time. And she was like, no, you got a full scholarship to a university. We'll take your son. We'll take little man. You just go to school. Both of y'all go get your degrees, and we'll take care of them. So I had a real loving family, real supportive family too. And so, just tried to figure that out at school. That didn't really work out for me. So I went back home. I was doing a lot of, I just wanted money. I really wanted money faster than what school would offer me. So I would be involved in all types of things that were wrong. Like I wanted to go to an extent. Sometimes I talk to my private clients about things when I can relate, but it's been legal issues. It's been times in jail, 2 times in jail. It's been gun charge. It's been looking at 27 years in prison. It's been a $250,000 bond. When it's relatable, I make it relatable and I can talk about it, but God will bring you through. That's what I truly do know is he'll figure out a way to drop charges. He'll figure out a way to make funds happen. He'll figure out the way to link you with people. And God just has a special covenant over our bloodlines. And that's what's been my prevail. It's been tough. My mother actually had a stroke during brain surgery, because she had 2 brain aneurysms. She had a stroke during that brain surgery, and it was at the college that I was at. So it was at UF that she was at the hospital that happened at, and she, went into dementia and unfortunately died about 2 years ago. And that's been a thing, and my sister had a near fatal car crash. While I was in school up here, while I was in school for diesel mechanics, while I was building the company and working for Uber and all of this, my sister's paralyzed from the waist down. And that's been with me being distance away and not being the family man that I know I should be or am, So the hardships come subjective, don't they? Like everybody's family is different, what you've gone through, where you're trying to go, who you believed in, what mistakes you made, how you reflected, blah, 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 blah. But when it all boils down to it, I look at it like, everything else I look at, Christ can walk water, but but had 12 in his group, so unless you walk in water, you may want to have a team, and even if you are walking water, you need to have a team. So I'm very humble to that. I'm always looking for the right team. I'm always building teams, and God has made it where I can now pour all of the things that either I was doing in the streets, either I was doing for nonprofits, and it's a long spectrum. I'll share more when we get more time, but I've gone from working with autistic and behavioral children to the hardships that I told you about, to traveling to Nantucket, and that's an island off of the Hamptons at a billionaire island. Look it up. There once was a man from Nantucket. I thought it was a joke. It's a place, and it's a billionaire island where the president has to come to speak. And he has to go to the golf club, and it's a Republican-only golf club that Zachharey was a guest at. So I met Zachharey as a guest because he couldn't be a member. So it's what you go learn. It's what you go to like open up to, and then you start to see like, wow, what they call on island, like what they call America is off island. That's what the billionaires call America, is off island. And where does that take you? Where does that do to you? Like it's been an eye opener just to find out one, where life is, but even on a bigger note, where I want to be in it, because this is a evolution and it keeps evolving. And like I was trying to tell you before, Al, in our own privacy, is we got to be the forefront. We got to be the forerunners. I love that we're finally getting interested in stock and investing. And I need us to, why? Because we're the consumer. We've always known what the consumer trends are because we're the consumers. So I know what's on the commercial because I watch it all day. I know what game is coming up next because my son plays it all day. I know what I spend my money on at Walmart all the time. So I know what the deal is. So we've always been consumers, but we've never been investors. So they've always been able to make money off of our consumption, but we've never taken the time and been slowed down enough to say, you know what? How do I consume? How do I budget? How do I think? And see, that's what I give grace to the COVID with. That's what I do. And not the COVID, excuse me. That's what I give grace to a pandemic, because I define them different. COVID is a sickness, pandemic is a state. So in the pandemic state, we all became calm enough to hear our ancient ear, to hear and to think and to have clearer dreams, and to not be rushed in the morning, and to not think about when money is coming. And if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. We had a time of peace and calmness. And I pray that we not only took advantage of it, because we all had to live it and go through it. I just pray that we're reflective on it and trying to connect now, and really trying to make our teams and build our interests and invest in what we see, and sometimes invest in what you don't see yet.
Woo, that gave me chills. I love everything about that, because just to know that you didn't, I know a lot of people take you now and be like, oh, he's up here, he's making this much money now, he's been in this, and to know that that's not where you always came gives light to a lot of the people who like, okay, well, it could happen to me. That's words of encouragement, especially to a lot of our youth that is watching and will watch this. I'm definitely going to make sure I show I deal with the youth. I want to make sure I show them this episode, because the stories like this is what needs to be plastered more. He didn't always come from money. He wasn't always on this right path, and a lot of people get that confused when they see people of success. So y'all have heard it yourself about his whole evolution story, and he's going to keep evolving. Nobody's saying he's perfect, and he's still not making the money that he's wants to make. I can see him being a billionaire. I'll be calling him the next Bill Gates, still not.
We going together. We going together. We going together. That, you know how I feel, Al. Like we got to do it together. It's all about collectivism. BM the collective is the conglomerate. Conglomerate took a lot to define. It's vast, and children are the key. That's a core of this that me and you haven't talked about yet, but they're more important to me than adults. Way more important than adults to me. So I want these children to learn Forex. I need these children to learn the Bitcoin that they'll be enjoying. I may die before it's a million. So it's not about me. And that's our problem, is that we don't think legacy like. We only think for now, and it's very selfish. So it's truly about the children. It's truly about that, more to accord, and we'll talk about it more on the back end. We got things to do. We got so much to do. Whoever wants to be a part, please don't hesitate to reach out. Anytime you need a service, especially if you came by way of Al, just make sure you put hashtag Al Currency for you to receive that 15% off of any service that you choose. So if you were to get an app, I'm taking 15% off of it. If you get a website, we're taking 15% on it just because you came through Al. So if you're building anything, if you want to build your own coin, 15% off just because you were here. This is a big opportunity for us to grow as a unit, and we're growing as a group. You will see her growing because I'll be investing in her. And when I invest in things, it's a Midas touch, because I trust God is behind my touch, and it's golden. We're leaving gems with whoever comes and gets them. If you really want to build, come build. If you're married, come get it. If you're poly, come get it. If you're single, come get it. This isn't sected off. This is knowledge that we were supposed to share with each other. Find collectivism in whatever way that you can. That may be at your job site. That may be at your church. That may be at your home. It may not be. It may not be. And be open to that. And your spouse should be open to that. Don't stress your spouse with the fact that they should have every answer for you. I'm open to speaking to smart, legitimate, thinking, growing, forward-thinking women, and you have to be humbled, or you have to understand. I'm not sure what to give you. You there's a humbleness to this that not only I've embraced, but I just thank you for the time, Al. And being able to share what you do, and share how strong you're becoming, because you really are a beautiful queen in growth, and I can't wait to see what God does with you.
That's my nickname, y'all, is Al. I know they're like, who the heck is Al Currency? Yes, y'all heard it first, Dave. You come through, let them know I sent you, let them know you were watching on the show. And if you need any app services, 15% off, and that's a big deal. I'm telling y'all, get it from me. He is the truth. That's why I'm excited. Y'all know I only put the best of the boss friends on here. Somebody who I know is gonna deliver. And let me tell you, I am impressed, blown away. I tell him all the time how impressed and blown away that I am of his services quality. Okay, quality. Tashayla says you are a true creator. It's a blessing to be here listening to you right now and loving all these gems being given. That's what Tashayla said in the comments.
Love, 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 love. Please keep in touch.
Yes,
Please keep in touch. And I want to do this anytime you need anything out. Just let me know. Anything you need, just let me know.
yes, I appreciate this so much. If you, I'm gonna leave it open for questions. If you guys have any questions, I'm gonna give it about
For
2
sure.
minutes. He is open for questions. I see a lot of people on, but they ain't really talking. I see Tashayla
Come on, come on.
showing love.
Anything you got, any question you got, I'm open. Please.
Any questions y'all have, especially about cryptocurrency. Anything about the future, anything about his life, he's open. And this is what he's here for. And then make sure you guys go ahead and add him as a friend as well. He is linked to my Facebook page and to this post. Reach out to me if you can't get in touch. But yes, I'm gonna leave it open for questions for about the next 60 seconds, and we'll head on. But I appreciate this so much. This was awesome.
You know it. You know it. We got to do it more often.
Y'all can shy now up. I'm so excited. I appreciate you always personally dropping gems to me. You have been a big part of my life, and you've only been here for a short time. So I personally want to get on here on a public platform and say that I appreciate our connection, and you are a very dope individual. The next Black Bill Gates, yes. I'm excited that you're on the show. I'm blessed to be connected with you, and we have a lot of work to do, and we're gonna work.
I'm looking forward to it.
Work. I can't wait.
No, I'm really looking forward.
2021. Yes,
Oh yeah.
We are winning this season. Hear it now from somebody who is ready to go. And I'm telling you, he's very personal. Please don't be shy to jump in his box and have any questions, any service you guys need. Please. You heard him say he is definitely looking for boss friends that want to build. So if you're ready to build and you have your own business, reach out to him. I'm telling you.
Oh, any industry. And I mean any industry. I mean, we work with daycares, hospitals, home health care, nurses, electronic, sports, um, music. I mean, we cover business. So I took in project management. I forgot to say that project management is my background. That's what I was going for my bachelor's for, but I started the business with Uber and just backed away from it. Started to study for my PMP. That was right during the COVID, crazy enough. So project management made it where I can focus on for-profit and nonprofit and not just business management, because business kind of conflicts with nonprofit. So we have every service that you may need. So from tax services, we're about to cover insurance, again, transportation and logistics, technology and finance. And there's a few one-offs that come under that, but you're pretty much covered with us. And if you don't get covered by us, then we'll reach out. I mean, we have strong legal teams, strong marketing branches. Everything can reach out global if we need it. If you need sourcing agents in different countries to set you up to have an Amazon store, I actually have 2 Amazon stores. I'm very modest on some things too. So we'll talk. We'll set up another one, Al. But I got 2 Amazon stores. I also have a virtual assistant service. So if you ever need VAs or virtual assistants to help you run your business while you're at work, or while you're asleep, or because you need an employee for cheaper than $10 an hour, cheaper than $12 an hour, cheaper than $10 an hour sometimes, then just let us know. So anything with business, anything with entrepreneurship, let us know. I mean, BM the Collective is an entrepreneurial conglomerate. So always remember that it's an entrepreneurial conglomerate. We're here to get to it, figure it out, or we'll go find it for you and figure it out. So let us know. Always here for you.
So there's a boss friend that said, can you let us know a quick motivational speech, real quick, that you always tell people who are having a hard time, who don't have enough support, who are just stuck in a hard place?
We believe in the creation of inspired lives produced by the miracles of hard work. We are not frightened by the challenges of reality, but believe we can change our conception of this world and our place within it. So we work, plan, build, and dream in that order. We believe one must earn the right to dream. Our talents, discipline, and integrity will be our contributions to a new world, because we believe we can take this place, this time, and this people and make a better place, a better time, and a better people. With God's help, we either find a way or make one.
Wow, that wasn't a gym. I don't know what that was. I felt that all up in here. Yes, I appreciate that so much. I'm gonna have to write that down. I have to do a replay, write that down. We all do. Thank you so much for that. This has been a blessing. What a beautiful way to end that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Go ahead and drop some crowns for the king. Yes.
Have a great one.
I
Thank you.
appreciate
Have
that
a great
so
one.
much. This is amazing. This is exactly what I love to do. Go ahead and drop some crowns for the king. Yay!
Ah, you that. You that. You that. You that. All right, now hit me up.
Yes, Tech Hero, go ahead and say the word.
Oh man. You a trip, pal. Hey Al, hit me up. We working tonight. We working tonight, so hit me up.
Oh, I appreciate the crowns. They dropping them crowns for the king. That's right. That's the Tech Hero. That's right.
Al a trip. Girl,
love is in the air. I appreciate this so much. Go ahead and catch the replay. Share this. And Z Lightning as a friend.
Yeah. Hey, you got all the contact information now. You got all the contact information. So need anything, let me know.
Y'all know that I only put the best of the best, and I only do with solid, beautiful souls. And I'm blessed to have one on my show, Z Lightning. So have a blessed day, y'all. Appreciate the crowns. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Next week, another boss friend. Every week we here, okay? Love. Bye.